Hi, today I want to talk to you about guns and Shabbos. What do guns and Shabbos have in common? Well, besides the obvious that death may follow an individual who doesn't keep either of the two, this video is on the fact that because the world has become too dangerous for some religious youth to walk to or to attend shul on Shabbos, perhaps carrying a gun on Shabbos should be an available option. Sounds shocking, huh? Friends, wake up. Pick up a paper and you'll notice more and more that terrorist attacks are being aimed at synagogues and Jews. As a matter of fact, it was reported in Arutz Sheva, and I quote, "Investigations surrounding Islamic fundamentalists apprehended in Europe reveal that bin Laden's terrorists are planning attacks against Jewish communities with targets including synagogues." Friends, we know this already. We feel it in the air. And how about the stories on how Jews in some areas of the world can't even walk outside with a kippah on without getting attacked or harassed? Still against guns? Well, my friends, it's hard to believe that after the Holocaust you still have Jews who are so anti-gun. If Jewish persecution has taught us anything, it has taught us not to rely on others for protection, but rather to make every effort to protect ourselves and our families. My friends, the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution gives you the right to bear arms. Again, unless you live in a city where some liberal politician took that right away from you. In that case, perhaps you should move. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but I know you really want to know about guns and Shabbos. Oh, my friends, in this day and age, with all the Jew hatred going around, there is no reason why a Yid should not pack heat on Shabbos. For what? Well, pikuach nefesh. Rabbi Shlomo Goren, the first chief rabbi of the Israeli army and later the chief rabbi of Israel, explains in his book Mashiv Milchama that regarding Shabbos observance, a firearm is no different than a Kiddush cup and a holster is no different than a decorative spread to cover your challah. He maintains that a firearm is something that is needed for Shabbos observance because it is intended for security, enabling a Jew to celebrate Shabbos in peace. Even though shooting a gun is a form of igniting fire, something normally prohibited on Shabbos, in situations where life is imperiled, shooting a gun is a mitzvah. Rabbi Goren also states that, behold, a firearm is meant for firing, since it is a mitzvah to shoot both on weekdays and on Shabbos, in instances where self-defense or attacking the enemy is called for. Also, you have to note that Rabbi Goren here is referring to carrying guns within an eruv. Also, Rabbi Yeshua Neuver writes in his Sefer on Shabbos, Shmira Shabbos Kichochasa, he states that carrying a firearm on Shabbos is allowed since it has a definite value as a deterrent, discouraging enemies from attacking fellow Jews on Shabbos. Therefore, it is needed for the observance of Shabbos. Furthermore, since carrying a firearm is a deterrent, there is no need for immediate danger in order to carry one. Friends, when the enemies of the Jews know that we're ready to defend ourselves, mobs are less likely to rise up against us. Also, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach holds the same way, and even Rav Shlomo Avinar from Yeshiva Sateret Yerushalayim holds the same way. Also, the late great Rabbi Meir Kahana on Jewish muggings in Crown Heights and Borough Park disagreed with rabbis who told Jews to carry $10 bills, breaking Shabbos, might I add, to give to muggers so they wouldn't be beaten. Rabbi Kahana protested in response, saying, instead of considering the acceptability of carrying money on Shabbos because of the need to save lives, let us consider the acceptability of carrying guns on Shabbos for the defense and welfare of our Jewish communities. Another halachic work, the Hilchos Yaakov, holds that a weapon can be worn on Shabbos. His reasoning is that if it's between wearing a gun on Shabbos in order to go to shul and pray with a minyan or staying at a home and praying alone, one should wear the gun. And I hope this idea really doesn't sound too far-fetched to you, because even Rav Moshe gave a similar reason for allowing Hatzalah dispatchers to carry radios on Shabbos. So, in the words of the great late Rabbi Meir Kahana, every Jew a 22. Right, 22. Perhaps we could do with a little bit more power. And please remember, only because you have the right to own a gun doesn't mean that you're allowed to carry one concealed without a permit. So please check your state laws before you do so. So what are you waiting for? Go to your local gun shop and start packing.